Hello everybody and welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for being here. This is going to be the collective for the week ahead. Whenever you see this reading, it'll be for the week ahead of that. It's the romantic reading for the collective, so it's all to do with love and relationships, and what's going to come out we'll find out as soon as we get cracking. If you like and it resonates with you, I would love it if you would like and share and subscribe. That would be amazing. Without further ado, let's get cracking. So what's ahead for my viewer this week, Spirit? What's ahead in love for my viewer this week? Let's see what is ahead for the viewer this week. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So, you're in a situation where you're probably asking questions about the situation, where you go from here, how do you move forward? Let's just pull another card. What else can we say? It may be, yes, thank you, Alice. It may be that you have your eye on somebody new and they are in a different friend set, and that you're asking for help as to, get a number, be in their company, get to know them. You may be asking somebody for that. Whatever resonates with you. What else can we say to our viewer, Alice? Manifestation. Amazing. So I'm thinking that this is probably a new situation. Someone's caught your eye and now you've been manifesting this person and you're letting people get you two together, if that makes sense. That's really nice. That's like a young love, which is really lovely. And it doesn't matter if you aren't a young person, just because if you are not quite sure how to say this, but if you are more mature, you can still have young love. It's not just for the young people, believe you me. So what else can we say? Let's see, do we know who this person is, Alice? Can we say who this person is? Give us a clue. Okay, I'll take that one because it fell. Right, so we have the Five of Cups. Can't read them. Five of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. And Ten of Swords. So, and the Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to take that because so there's been a time of reflection. It may be that something came to an end with somebody. In fact, I strongly suspect that is the case. Something didn't transpire, I think that's the right word, as it should have done. And it sort of made you go inward. By going inward, you've put these swords behind you. This is now over. The 10 is always the end of the cycle. And coming out of that cycle, you are now saying, surrendering to spirit, saying, okay, over to you. I clearly didn't get it right here. Over to you. And by saying that, you are in this situation, by manifesting this new person who I think you may have met because of the fact that it's let your friends help you. What else can we say? But yeah, there's been a lot of reflection, and you had to let somebody go, clearly. But I think with this 5 of Swords here, I don't think they were altogether what you thought they were. Let's see what comes out in this one. Very similar to the no contact reading, really. The Star. Love these cards. Absolutely love these cards. Ace of Cups. So you've done healing. Healing's gone on here. And out of that healing comes a new beginning. High Priestess. You know your worth now, which is amazing. Yeah. I was waiting for this card. And that's definitely what's happened. Death to this old situation. New, you know, this friends help you. This could be, you could be online. And because it's people around you, I always see that as like the online dating scene as well. And by being there, you're manifesting. But this has certainly come to an end. And out of that, you will get this new beginning. You've been very patient with whatever's happened in your life. What else can we say? What more can we say? I'm half expecting the Devil to come out, but let's see. The worst is definitely behind you, without doubt. Yeah. You're heading towards a much more stable, not necessarily committed, but someone, thank you, Alice, someone who is ready to commit, someone who wants to stand by your side, someone who will give you the strength. This is amazing. 2 of Pentacles, yeah. You may have a decision to make, may not. After your time of reflection, you're moving into smoother waters. Moving into smoother waters with that Hierophant. This is somebody you're going towards now who, this person who you were in conflict with. This card here tells me this person was never going to commit to you. This person had other options. And which is not nice, I know that, but they did. But you have come out of this. You've done the healing. You've done the reflection. Love that card. Maybe an Aquarius you're dealing with, but you have that new beginning. Death of the old and in with the new, and the new is so lovely. Just so lovely. And I think this is going to take you a bit by surprise. I think this is going to be something that you've not experienced before. And that again will be as a result of the healing that you've done, the healing work that you've done. The cards are all over the place again. Alice. What's happening? So let's see. Final pieces of advice, please, for our reader. No, reader? Why do I keep saying reader? I'm the reader, yeah? Listener. Watcher. Viewer. Queen of Swords. Yep. I always think of the Queen of Swords as off with their head. Obviously not literally, but which means that you've got clarity. You're master of your own universe. You know what you want now. King of Wands could be dealing with a fire sign. There's the Hermit again, and did you see? Yeah, the Hermit sits right next to the Hermit here. Eight of Swords again. Did we have the Eight of Swords? No, but there's you in your inner prison, basically. And Four of Cups. But in here, this is you, how it was, and there's your cup. There's the new beginning. That's your new beginning. That's the cup with the Ace of Cups there, which is amazing. So I think you know. Oh, and the Tower underneath, which is basically saying that it's happened. And I think this has happened. This is behind you. This conflict is behind you. And you are now moving forward to this wonderful new relationship. And it really is wonderful to have the Hierophant, the Ace of Cups, the Star, the High Priestess, all in the same reading. It's just amazing. And such... Yeah, Alice. Just make sure you are ready to receive this. If you've been dealing with someone like this, it's quite likely that you've had childhood trauma to deal with, or some sort of trauma to deal with, which will have questioned your self-worth. So doing the inner healing is absolute paramount, that you're ready for this new, I want to say innocent, kind. This is nothing but kind and gentle, this relationship that you're heading towards. So that's just lovely. And what finally can we say, Alice, to help our viewer? It's not much more we need to say, really. I think this is lovely. This is just such a lovely reading. Well, I actually don't know what that means. Objectification, add to cart, commodification. So commodification is commodities. And again, we go back to this, and I think, yeah, add to cart. I think this is definitely online stuff here. And I think you've added to cart. You've probably been online dating. That's the only way to date, isn't it, these days? And you've added someone to your cart, and the universe is saying yes. You may have thought, oh, this is someone new. Thank you. Yeah, addiction, one too many. I don't see this in the alcoholic sense. This is addiction to the wrong type of person. And that's a bit harsh, but the way that is meant is because of the trauma that you I believe a lot of you had, you do become addicted to the player energy, the person who's not right, because that's what feels safe. It feels, and you think, what? How can that feel safe? It does. It's what you know. It's you've grown up thinking that this is how you get love, to do all the work, and it's so not true. You don't need to work. And somebody once said to me, you know, if love is there and love is correct, right, it's easy. And it really is easy. You don't have to work. I'm going to pull just one more card from this. I just think we need one more card, please, Alice. One more piece of advice for our viewer. Yeah. Pay attention to the fruits of your labour. Where are your efforts leading? So add to the cart. You know, if you're online, and I strongly believe that you are, or the viewer that I'm talking to is, where are the efforts leading? So, you know, be a bit more. Have a look at if it is online. Have a look at the profiles. Read what they're about. Don't always go by the look. Of course, we have to be attracted to someone, but just read the profile and pay attention to the fruits. And that to me is pay attention to your needs. Pay attention to what you need from a relationship. Very good relationship coach on YouTube at the moment is Matthew Hussey. And he actually says when people get together, the one thing that they do not do is talk about what they need from each other. And usually because you're so frightened that you'll have them running to the hills if you mention what you possibly need out of this. And again, that's trauma bond. But when you can have that conversation, then just a whole new world opens up to you, because you're not putting the emphasis on that person. Actually, by voicing your needs, you're not leaving it as a guessing game for them to wonder what on earth it is that you need. I really hope that makes sense to somebody. But yeah, what you're heading towards now is just nothing short of wonderful, gentle, kind, and innocent. And I wish you all the very best. Thank you for being there, and I will see you again soon.